just when you think the Flash movie is going to get so much better with reshoots, etc., the freight train that is Ezra Miller was being very quiet for a while. Then boom, he's in the newspapers, he's in the trades, he's everywhere for allegedly burgling somebody. Flash star Ezra Miller charged. It's not an allegation, he's been charged. There's a court date with a felony for burgling. Ezra Miller isn't even a big star, let's be honest. No one really knows who he is, let's be honest. But he is playing the Flash, who's dear to my heart. So we have to cover this. Accountability over entertainment. And also, David Zaslav said recently they have to protect a brand that is DC, and that is why they cancelled Batgirl. So yo, what is freaking good YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around, and make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and comment down below. What do you think about the freight train that is Ezra Miller? Of course, these are all allegations, but let's be honest, he literally choked a fan out in Holland 1 year before they filmed the Flash movie. What were the old regime at Warner Bros thinking? Choked a fan out, cool. Let's get him. Let's get him to star in this movie. It's gonna go down massively well during the press junket. Now, what I find interesting here, Johnny Depp got dropped from a role from an allegation. Double standards, bro. Yo, double standards, they're just allegations. So why did Warner Bros drop Johnny Depp? I get it, they can't really drop the Flash, but Warner Bros Discovery can come out with a statement and say something rather than going through these freaking trades of an insider said that Ezra Miller won't be working with DC ever again after this movie comes out. That's hearsay. That is freaking hearsay. And also, if you could check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. I really want to hit 23,000 followers as soon as possible over there. And also check us out on Twitter at WarstuG. Right, let's get into this video. So, David Zaslav recently said they are trying to protect the brand that is DC. Yet every time Ezra Miller does something, he puts the brand that is DC and the Flash movie into jeopardy. Why? Because every single time the headline is Flash star Ezra Miller charged with a felony, burglary. So that is why he is tarnishing the potential. This Flash movie has potential to break $1 billion. Ben Affleck, massive fan base. Michael Keaton, massive fan base. It's sold. What they really should do with this movie now is call it The Batman Flashpoint. You could sell it away. Minor reshoots. You've already got Keaton. You already got Batfleck. Batfleck has already proved he will come back to do reshoots. He did it with Aquaman. So I think they should sell it as a Batman Flashpoint and not as a Flash Flashpoint, realistically. So what actually happened? What did he do? According to a police report, the Vermont State Police were notified of burglary complaint from a resident in Stamford at 5:55 p.m. on May the 1st. Police found several bottles of alcohol were taken from this place, whilst the homeowners were not present. After collecting statements and looking at CCTV, police found cause to charge Miller with a felony for burglary. So they looked at CCTV and they found it was him. So this is not an allegation. He was actually there. They have photographic evidence in a video format. He was there. Police finally located Miller on August the 7th and issued them with a citation to appear in Vermont Supreme Court on September the 26th for their arraignment. Okay, so he's been charged with a felony. This is not an allegation. They have evidence. They have reason, they have cause to take him to court. So people still stop saying allegation when there's evidence. This tarnishes the whole of DC. It really does. Because the Flash movie, even with the new 10-year plan that David Zaslav and Alan Horn have, it's still going to be important. Because either they do this, they release the Flash, they release Black Adam, they release Shazam 2, they release Aquaman 2, and then they start a whole new universe from there. But seeing as we know The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is going to be heavily involved with the Black Adam universe, which is connected to Shazam universe, which is connected to Superman stuff, and we know there's a Superman franchise. All these movies are not going to be irrelevant. So Ezra Miller is literally tarnishing the company. And then the WB Discovery CEO David said this: "The Flash is still a go. We've seen The Flash, we've seen Black Adam, we've seen Shazam 2. We are very excited about them. We've seen them, we think they're terrific, and we think we can make them even better. After several delays, the Flash movie is still on course to release June 23rd, 2023. Now, I said in yesterday's video, this is weird because there is reports that Aquaman 2 and Shazam 2 is being pushed to the end of next year, which would mean Batfleck is still the Batman post-Flashpoint. This is why I think they should turn it into the Batman Flashpoint. And yeah, a bunch of other people have said this as well on Twitter. It's not my original idea, but let's be honest, that would just be more aligned with the actual comic book version, the animation version of the animated Flashpoint, which is obviously the best. So, what else was said about this? Now, what I find interesting is the Flash page on Twitter. Generally, they have been quite good, but they seem to be defending Ezra Miller. Now, I get it. Innocence into proven guilty. So they said this. Ezra's being accused. Okay, it's not accused. There's literally evidence, so it's not accused. Miller's set to court. Now, it says that we can confirm the actor has been receiving treatment in rehab since July. Now, is this why he's gone quiet? Well, he actually hasn't really gone quiet. If you look on Instagram, there's very questionable alleged images of him going around. So, questionable images going around. Now, of course, this is all alleged and, questionable and all this kind of stuff. And people seem to think I don't like Ezra Miller. I just don't like the fact that he had an opportunity to do a very good job as the Flash and apparently an evil version of Flash, but it's not the Ibad Dawn Reverse Flash. It's just like some variants of an evil Flash and maybe even a different version of Flash. It depends which plot leaks are real. But what I find interesting is people keep coming to his defense when there is so much freaking evidence against him. You have to remember, he literally choked a fan out 1 year before they started to shoot the movie. Is that the evidence you need? And then it spiraled out of control. And then some crazy stuff happened in Hawaii and it was settled out of court, which means basically someone paid someone and it got settled out of court. That's basically unofficially, allegedly what that would mean if that was how it got settled out of court. So I do find it interesting that Warner Bros. Discovery still haven't publicly fired him. Yeah, sure, a Deadline article. They won't be working. No, Zaslav needs to come out and be like, yo, the Flash movie is still going to get released because accountability over entertainment isn't really a thing. I get it. They've spent $200 to $300 million. I think it's more about people's time in this case. I mean, 70 million to 300. That is a big freaking difference. So will Warner Bros. Find Warner Bros. Discovery finally come out and actually fire him publicly? I don't really care what this Deadline article says. They won't work with him again. It's just an insider. Insider says. These articles are always insider says. Let's get a direct line. David Zaslav said a lot of stuff publicly during the Warner Bros. Discovery earnings call. We need someone at Warner Bros. With a name to go, yo, Ezra, you're done. Ezra, you're done. We're going to reboot the Flash movie. It's going to be the Batman Flashpoint movie, which I think would make much sense. It would literally market it because when you think about it, the Flash movie, San Diego Comic-Con 2022, it's their biggest movie they've got. It's even bigger than Black Adam because it's meant to reset the whole universe. We got 2 movies, Shazam 2 and Black Adam. The Flash movie is their biggest movie. We know now that Michael Keaton isn't replacing Ben Affleck because he's been cut from Aquaman 2. He's been cut from Batgirl. So we know Batfleck is the main Batman going forward. So why not just turn the Flash movie into the Batman Flash movie or the Flash Batman paradox? Because they've already got access to 2 Batmans. I'm pretty sure based on what already happened in the movie, they could remarket the movie, change a few things, do minor reshoots, and make it a Batman movie where it actually turns out to be Michael Keaton Batman from the Burton universe that dies at the end of the movie or gets stuck somewhere else, but that wouldn't make sense. So they could kill off Michael Keaton's Batman from the Burton universe, and then Ben Affleck is still the main Batman at the end of the movie. And obviously you have him become Superman Return, all that kind of stuff that we said in yesterday's video. So, guys, let me know. Are they going to take accountability over entertainment? Because, again, he's actually charged, got a court case. Not an allegation, there's evidence. They've not taken him to court for no reason. And it'll be interesting to me if this gets settled out of court, but I don't think it will. Someone needs to come out and be like, yo, you've got to go. Like I said, Johnny Depp got fired. Yes, I know they still paid him $10 million because he filmed some stuff, but he got fired over an allegation. That went to court and he literally destroyed Amber Heard in court. He won the court case, decimation. No question, it was undeniable that realistically the accuser was doing what they said the accusee was doing. Allegedly, apparently, I don't know, maybe. But why is it the case that Ezra Miller has this massive protection over him? If this was anyone else, Johnny Depp's a much bigger star as well. And he got, Vamos Chico, he got fired instantly. But a much smaller actor that 90% of people don't even know who he is. If you've never seen the Flash movie or you've never watched Fantastic Beasts, you wouldn't even know who he is. A much smaller, lesser actor seems to have Hollywood in his hands. Charged with a felony, needs to go, reboot the Flash movie. There's the Batman Flashpoint paradox. I may put that in title. So guys, like always, let me know down below. And if it does go to court, and if it does turn out, for the people on Twitter, if it does turn out that all these allegations are false, even though there is evidence, I won't do a retraction video, but I will kind of have to say the information given was false. Thus far, my views may have been swerved in an incorrect way because of said evidence. But at the moment, all the evidence suggests that Ezra Miller is guilty, allegedly, based on evidence that's out there. It's not just comic book websites. It's national news publications are reporting on this. This is not coming from comicbook.com. This is coming from news, actual publication news stations are reporting on this. Mainstream media are reporting on this. This is not comic book stuff, although it does tarnish the DC brand. And that is the only reason why I've made a video on this, because I really think the Flash movie has so much potential. Yo, David Zaslav, call me. We can talk about how to change the plot. It's so easy to change this movie and make it good again. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, Warstu. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and comment down below. What do you think is going on with Ezra Miller's situation? What do you think they should do with him, and how should they change the Flash movie? So like always, guys, thank you very much for spending a few moments with me today. If you made it this far, hashtag Team Warheads, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.